The prompt is rest. You know, what's to say about rest except just to do it, right? Even in the breath is all the rest. Like, I think about it semantically. All the rest of it. What about the rest of us? In music, a rest is when you don't play, when you don't make sound. And silence and rest are similar, but they're not necessarily the same thing. The idea of taking a rest in music. And it's important because you don't have rhythm without silence. And being able to take a rest in the mind, that seems like the biggest thing. Yes, I'm recovering from COVID right now. And though most of the symptoms besides head congestion have dissipated, the primary one that remains is fatigue. That the body doesn't have that access to energy to go. And especially in a time, January, that I kind of despise right now in the mentality that we often have about it's a new year, let's get started, let's make plans, resolutions, let's go back to the gym, let's set out the year. What a weird time to start the year shortly after the winter solstice. So we're obviously clearly very much in the middle of winter. For us Northerners, it's still dark. It's still cold. In fact, it's getting colder. It's colder in January and February than it is in December. And so being able to rest the body is so important right now, to hibernate and to sleep. With COVID, I've been doing more sleeping than I have in a really long time. And allowing myself that a bit more. I still feel that thing where it's like, why are you sleeping in? Or are you being lazy? You gotta be productive. So that brings me to the other kind of rest that is really, for me, lacking, and that I'm being with more, which is rest in the mind. We have yoga, we have meditation, we have mindfulness, we have conscious breathing. To help the body find ease and rest in the actual moment, in the breath, to see what happens to the body to bring that rest and ease so that the body can give it back to the mind. Because it's quite difficult for the mind to be able to have its language, thought, to use its thought language to convince itself to be at rest and to be calm and to be at ease and to be meditative and mindful and open and clear and spacious. The rest of it. What about the rest of it? So it really is so important for the body to be able to give the mind its rest, to be an example, to be a model. Because surely so much is happening, right? In Savasana, so much is happening in the body, in the breath, in the circulatory system, that lung and heart doing such marvelousness to give the whole body all kinds of repair and attention, cleaning away toxins, encouraging growth, encouraging death in cells across the body, all different kinds of cells doing their what seems like magical exchange of all the elements, and then all the subatomic particles, electrons and protons and neutrinos moving around and making their daily trades, their mercurial trades across the ecosystem and the marketplace of the body living within, obviously, the marketplace and ecosystem and exchange, trade, post, land of the entire galaxy, the entire universe. So all this exchange of matter and energy is happening. And to be able to be at rest so that that can happen is, it's funny how the mind easily, at least for me, wants to see and feel it as like this acquiescence or surrender. Okay, fine, we'll rest. Okay, fine, we'll take a break. But actually, rest is so full and so filled with activity. And when you, in music, again with the cello, when you take a rest, a quarter note rest, a whole note rest, 15 measures of rest, there is such abundance in that space because the piece of music that you're playing isn't over. Someone else may be playing, or the notes may just be ringing. And one of the most marvelous things to have, like in a solo piece, is when you have a rest with what's called a fermata over the rest. You might have just a quarter note rest, 1, 2, 3 rest. But when you have a fermata over the rest, it extends the time of the rest. It's no longer one quarter note rest. It's like, how long do you want to hold that rest for? So the rest is pregnant. The rest is full. The rest is rich. The rest has so much going on with it. It's not just stop and don't do anything and or wait, because it's not just a waiting. There is an activity in rest. Activity in resting. Resting is something to do. And the breath keeps guiding us there. But boy, right now, child, I am having a tricky time with rest. Everything outside, because where I am, it's freezing cold, and everything inside, where there's an immune system battle happening to recognize this virus and do what we need to do to move the right kinds of nutrients around and shutting certain systems down and bringing other systems up so that we can be healthy in this body. There's a lot going on, and so much of it is saying, please, can we be resting? Can we rest? And my mind sees it as being arrested. So I really wish for my mind to be able to